What if I told you that with just 1 hour each day, you could completely reshape the next 10 years of your life? What if you could master the habits, skills, and mindset that would propel you to success, setting you on a path to personal and professional growth like never before? In the next 60 minutes, you'll discover how focusing on becoming the best version of yourself can create a ripple effect that changes everything about your future starting today. You are your most valuable asset. Your life, potential, and possibilities represent the most significant treasures you possess. Therefore, your ultimate goal should be to realize your potential and achieve all that you are capable of becoming. The capacity to learn, grow, and reach your full potential is limitless. Today, individuals in their 70s are graduating from high school and college, mastering new subjects and acquiring fresh skills. Your ability to learn and retain knowledge can remain strong throughout your life, provided you keep your mind active, engaged, and functioning optimally. Among your most valuable financial resources is your earning ability, your primary source of income. While you could lose material possessions such as your home, car, or savings, your earning ability allows you to recover and rebuild, often achieving even greater success in the future. Yet many fail to recognize its importance. Your earning ability has been a lifetime investment. Every ounce of education, experience, and effort you've dedicated to mastering your craft and enhancing your skills has contributed to this invaluable asset. I think of it as a muscle that grows stronger and more powerful year after year with consistent use and practice. Similarly, the reverse is also true. If neglected or ignored, your earning ability, much like a muscle, can weaken or even diminish due to a lack of consistent development. In essence, your earning ability can either become an appreciating or a depreciating asset. An appreciating asset increases in value and generates greater returns each year through continuous investment and improvement. A depreciating asset, on the other hand, gradually loses value over time until it becomes obsolete and holds little to no further worth. The choice is yours. Will your earning ability grow or decline month by month, year by year? Consider yourself the CEO of your own personal services corporation. Now, imagine taking your company public on the stock market. Would you promote it as a growth stock, steadily increasing in value and earning potential each year? Or would you categorize it as a stagnant stock with little progress or potential for growth in value and income? Ask yourself, would you recommend investing in your Inc? If not, why? Remember, what got you here won't get you any further. Some individuals are actually losing value annually with their earning ability diminishing because they fail to consistently update their knowledge and skills. They overlook the fact that their current expertise is quickly becoming outdated, replaced by newer knowledge and abilities. Without staying current, they risk being outpaced by those who do. Strive to join the top 20%. As mentioned earlier, the 80-20 rule applies to income minus 20% of people in society earn and control 80% of the wealth. Research from sources such as Forbes, Fortune, Business Week, The Wall Street Journal, and the IRS reveals that in many cases, the top 1% of Americans control as much as 33% of the country's assets. What's particularly remarkable is that the majority of millionaires, multimillionaires, and billionaires in the United States are first-generation wealth builders. They started with little to nothing and amassed their fortunes within a single lifetime. In America, there's a high degree of income mobility, enabling individuals to climb from the lowest income brackets to the highest. Most people in today's top 20% began their journey in the bottom 20%. At some point, these individuals began to make different choices with their time and energy, setting themselves firmly on the path to financial success. There are no limits to your potential. In the United States, the average annual income increase is about 3%, which merely keeps pace with inflation and the rising cost of living. For those whose income grows at this rate, financial progress remains elusive. They often find themselves in jobs that barely keep them afloat, just over broke. But remember, no one is inherently better or smarter than you. If someone is achieving greater success, it simply means they've understood how the law of cause and effect applies to their efforts. By doing what other successful people have done, they've tapped into the same principles of achievement. Success in your personal life is straightforward. It's about learning and doing. Personal excellence is a choice, a decision to strive for greatness rather than settling for mediocrity. Without a deliberate commitment to excel in your field, the default outcome is average performance or even mediocrity. No one achieves excellence accidentally or by simply showing up to work each day. True excellence demands a conscious decision and lifelong dedication. The keys to the 21st century are knowledge and skill. Becoming the best version of yourself and reaching the top of your field requires continuous self-discipline. Mental fitness, much like physical fitness, demands consistent effort. You can't afford to relax. You must commit to learning and growing every day, week and month, both in your career and in other aspects of your life. To join the top 20% and remain there, you must focus on learning more to earn more. As Abraham Lincoln once wrote, the fact that some have become wealthy is proof that others may do it as well. What others have achieved, you can also achieve if you commit to learning how. Everyone at the top started at the bottom. Many individuals from humble beginnings or challenging circumstances have risen to become leaders in their fields. If hundreds of thousands or even millions of people have done it, so can you. As philosopher Bertrand Russell put it, the very best proof that something can be done is that someone else has already done it, transforming the ordinary into the extraordinary. Often you'll encounter people who don't seem as talented or intelligent as you, yet they are accomplishing incredible things. This realization can be frustrating. How can someone who appears less capable achieve so much? The answer is surprisingly simple. At some point in life, successful individuals realize that the foundation of achievement lies in personal and professional growth. Their dedication to lifelong learning became the driving force behind their success. The encouraging truth is that almost every essential skill is learnable. Business skills, sales techniques, and even money-making abilities can all be mastered. Every expert in business was once a novice. Every top salesperson started as a beginner, unsure of how to approach clients or close deals. Likewise, most wealthy individuals were once financially struggling. The key takeaway is this: you can acquire any skill you need to achieve any goal you set for yourself. Make a decision. The first step toward moving upward and becoming one of the most competent, respected, and highly paid individuals in your field is simple: decide. It is often said that life's major transformations begin when your mind encounters a new idea and you decide to act differently. You may decide to complete your education, improve your skills, enroll in a reputable college, start a business, accept a specific job, or pursue a new career path. You might also decide to invest your money strategically or commit to being the best in your field. While many express a desire to be happy, healthy, wealthy, or successful, as discussed earlier, mere wishing or hoping isn't enough. You must make a firm and resolute decision to pay the price and go the distance to achieve your objectives. Once that decision is made, you must mentally burn the bridges behind you, leaving no room for retreat. From that moment forward, commit to continuous self-improvement and mastery of your craft until you rise to the top 20% or beyond. Follow the leaders, not the followers. When you resolve to be among the best in your field, observe those who have already reached the top. What qualities do they share? How do they structure and organize their time? How do they present themselves in terms of appearance, communication, and behavior? What books do they read, and how do they spend their free time? By studying and emulating the habits and practices of these top performers, you can chart a path toward the same level of excellence and success. Who do they associate with? What courses have they completed? What audio programs do they listen to during their commute? These are just a few of the questions you should ask to uncover the habits and practices of successful individuals that you may need to adopt. After all, you cannot hit a target you cannot see. The power of role models. Choosing the right role models can significantly shape your future. Dr. David McClellan of Harvard, author of The Achieving Society, discovered that your reference group, those you identify with, can influence up to 95% of your success in life. This group consists of the people you feel are just like me. Naturally, you tend to mirror the attitudes, opinions, lifestyles, and habits of those with whom you associate most often. Fly with the Eagles. Years ago, one of my seminar participants, Bob Barton, shared his story. In his 20s, Bob started at the bottom as a new hire in a large company with 32 salespeople in his branch. Like many newcomers, he gravitated toward other junior salespeople. As the saying goes, birds of a feather flock together. However, Bob soon observed a noticeable difference. The top salespeople in the office spent their time with one another and rarely mingled with the junior staff. More importantly, they used their time differently. When Bob arrived at work, the top salespeople were already there planning their day, making phone calls, and scheduling appointments. In contrast, many junior salespeople would show up later, sip coffee, read the newspaper, and make excuses for avoiding sales calls. Bob decided to change his approach and model himself after the top salespeople. He paid close attention to how they dressed and groomed, then committed to presenting himself similarly. Each morning he stood in front of a mirror and asked, "Do I look like one of the top salespeople in my office?" If the answer was no, he would adjust his attire until he felt he matched their standard. Bob began arriving early to organize his day, ensuring he was ready to make calls as soon as clients were available. His initiative didn't stop there. One day, he asked one of the top salespeople for recommendations on a book or audio program that could help him improve. To his surprise, top performers were more than willing to help. Upon receiving the suggestion, Bob immediately purchased the book and ordered the audio program. Bob took the advice seriously. He read the recommended book, listened to the audio program, and returned to the top salesperson to share his progress. Impressed, the salesperson offered additional recommendations, which Bob eagerly followed. Bob also sought advice from another top salesperson about time management, learning how to organize his day effectively. By adopting these strategies and modeling his habits after the top performers, Bob began booking more appointments, meeting more prospects, and closing more sales. Within 6 months, he had joined the ranks of the top salespeople in the office. By then, Bob had earned the respect and friendship of his successful colleagues. They began inviting him to join them for coffee and lunch, treating him as a peer rather than a junior associate. The following year, Bob attended the National Sales Conference, where he networked with the best salespeople from across the country. He sought their advice, asking questions like, what books would you recommend? What audio programs have been most helpful? Which seminars have had the greatest impact on your success? What strategies have you found most effective in building your business? Bob did something rare. He acted on the advice he received. He immediately applied what he learned and then reported back to the people who had helped him. His dedication paid off. Within 4 years, Bob was recognized as one of the top salespeople in the nation. He surrounded himself with other high achievers, both within his branch and across the country. His income had multiplied, and he enjoyed the rewards of his success: stylish clothing, a new car, a beautiful home, and a happy family life. Here's the surprising part. The top performers, the ones who consistently won awards year after year, told Bob he was the first person who had ever asked them for guidance. Despite their obvious success, no one else had approached them to learn their secrets. The answers are already available. Here's an important realization. All the answers to success have already been discovered. Every strategy, technique, and principle needed to excel in your field has been learned and documented by countless others. If you ask successful people for their advice, they'll often go out of their way to help you. They might hold their calls, rearrange their schedules, and prioritize assisting you, provided you show genuine interest and follow their guidance. If direct access to these individuals isn't possible, there are still plenty of resources to learn from. Read their books, attend their seminars, and listen to their audio programs. In today's digital age, you can even send emails or messages to seek advice. The key is to learn from the best and take action on what you learn. Set high income goals. If your goal is to join the top 20% of earners in your field, the first step is to determine what those individuals are earning. This information is easier to find than ever. Ask colleagues, consult industry reports, or use online resources like Google to uncover salary benchmarks in your field. Once you have that target, you can begin crafting a plan to reach it. Once you identify your income target, write it down as a clear goal. Create a plan to achieve it and work consistently toward that goal every day. Commit to persistence, never stop until you succeed. The secret to achieving high income in business and sales is straightforward: learn and apply. Like using a jack to lift a car, success comes one notch at a time. Each time you learn and practice a new skill, you elevate your earning ability. This growth becomes permanent, as you rarely regress when you've mastered a new capability. The 3% formula for lifelong success: make a decision today to invest 3% of your annual income back into yourself. This small, consistent investment in your personal growth is a proven strategy for ensuring long-term success. The American Society for Training and Development found that the most profitable 20% of companies in any industry consistently invest this amount in the training and development of their staff. You can apply the same principle to yourself. If your annual income goal is $50,000, commit to investing 3%, $1,500 each year in upgrading your knowledge and skills. If your goal is $100,000, invest $3,000 annually in your personal and professional growth. This continuous reinvestment in yourself makes you an appreciating asset, steadily increasing your earning ability over time. The results of this commitment can be extraordinary. A success story. A few years ago, during a seminar in Detroit, a young man approached me during a break to share his story. He was about 30 years old and recounted how he had attended one of my seminars a decade earlier. At that time, he had dropped out of college, was living at home, driving an old car, and earning $20,000 a year as an office-to-office salesperson. After hearing about the 3% rule during my seminar, he decided to implement it immediately. He calculated that 3% of his $20,000 income was $600. He used that money to buy sales books, which he read daily. He invested in 2 audio programs on sales and time management. He also attended a sales seminar. In total, he invested the entire $600 in improving himself. The results were remarkable. Within that year, his income increased from $20,000 to $30,000, a 50% improvement. He attributed this growth directly to the new skills and insights he had gained from the books, audio programs, and seminar. He could pinpoint specific strategies and techniques he had learned and applied, which had directly contributed to his success. This story highlights the incredible power of investing in yourself. By committing to continuous learning and development, you can significantly increase your income and achieve your professional goals. The following year, the young man invested 3% of his new income, $900, back into himself. That year, his income jumped from $30,000 to $50,000. Encouraged by this progress, he started to think, if my income increases by 50% each year when I invest 3%, what would happen if I invested 5% instead? The next year, he decided to invest 5% of his income, $2,500, into his personal development. He took additional seminars, traveled cross-country to attend a major conference, purchased more audio and video learning programs, and even hired a part-time coach. As a result, his income doubled to $100,000. With this momentum, he decided to go all in and raised his investment himself to 10% of his income each year. When I asked him how investing 10% of his income had affected his success, he smiled and said, "Last year, I surpassed $1 million in personal income, and I still invest 10% of my income in myself every single year." I was astonished and said, "Wow, that's a significant amount of money. How do you manage to spend that much on personal development?" He responded, "It's not easy. I have to start spending on myself in January to ensure I've invested the full amount by December. I've hired an image coach, a sales coach, and a speaking coach. My home library is filled with every book, audio program, and video program I can find on sales and personal success. I attend 10 conferences annually, both nationally and internationally specific to my field. And every year, my income continues to grow." 3 simple steps to become the best. Becoming one of the top professionals in your field requires discipline and consistent effort. Here are 3 simple steps to achieve excellence. Read for 60 minutes every day. Dedicate 1 hour each day to reading material related to your field. Turn off the television, radio, and distractions and focus on books, articles, or industry publications. Doing this consistently will expand your knowledge and keep you ahead of the curve. Listen to educational audio programs. Use your commuting time wisely. Listen to educational audio programs or podcasts that offer insights and strategies relevant to your work. Pause and reflect on the material as needed, thinking about how you can apply what you've learned to your job or business. Attend courses and seminars regularly. Seek out opportunities for continuous learning. Attend live or online courses and seminars that will upgrade your skills, provide fresh ideas, and give you an edge in your industry. These events are often where breakthroughs happen. The power of compound learning. Learning is like compound interest. The benefits grow exponentially over time. The more you learn, the more you can connect new information to prior knowledge, enhancing your understanding and problem-solving ability. With every new skill or concept you master, your brain becomes more efficient, your memory improves, and you position yourself to achieve even greater success. Make the commitment today, invest in yourself, follow these steps, and watch as the power of continuous learning transforms your career and your life. How long does it take to achieve mastery in your field? According to experts, mastery requires approximately 7 years or 10,000 hours of deliberate, focused effort. Whether it's becoming a master salesperson, a successful business person, a skilled diesel mechanic, or even an excellent brain surgeon, the journey to mastery consistently demands this level of dedication. So you might as well get started. The time will pass anyway. The starting point, commit to excellence. The foundation of achieving mastery is making a firm decision to commit to excellence. Everyone I've met who has reached the top 20% in their field began by making a deliberate choice to excel. On the flip side, I've never met anyone who stumbled into the top tier without first making that decision. The process doesn't rely on talent alone. As Jeffrey Colvin highlights in his book, talent is overrated. Most people learn the basics of their job in the first year, but then stop improving. They stagnate, coasting along in their careers, and as the saying goes, the only direction you can coast is downhill. Average performers often put in minimal effort, never investing time or resources into sharpening their skills unless their employer provides the training. Consequently, they stay average, earning average incomes and worrying about money for most of their lives. In contrast, those who commit to continuous learning understand a powerful truth. If you're not getting better, you're getting worse. In the fast-paced world we live in, no one stays in the same place for long. 2 hours a day to mastery. The good news is that you don't need to radically overhaul your life to achieve mastery. All it takes is an investment of 2 extra hours per day in deliberate practice and skill development. Why 2 hours? Research shows that an additional 2 hours of focused effort each day can elevate you from average to exceptional. It's the difference between worrying about money for a lifetime and becoming one of the highest paid professionals in your field. But many people wonder, where will I find 2 extra hours in my already busy schedule? Finding the time, the simple math. Here's how you uncover those extra 2 hours. Start with the total hours in a week. There are 7 days in a week with 24 hours each day. That equals 168 hours per week. Subtract time for essentials. If you sleep 8 hours a night, that's 56 hours a week. If you work 40 hours per week, that leaves 72 hours. Account for personal and family time. Even with 4 hours a day for meals, family, and other activities, 28 hours per week, you still have 44 hours remaining. By carefully reviewing your schedule, you can carve out 2 focused hours each day for learning, skill building, and personal development. The path to mastery. Step 1, commit to lifelong learning. Mastery starts with a decision to strive for excellence. Write down your goals, create a plan, and take purposeful action every day. Step 2, avoid the trap of stagnation. Never settle for average. The line separating average performers from exceptional ones is often thinner than you think. Step 3, dedicate 2 hours daily. Use this time for reading, taking courses, attending seminars, or practicing your craft. Over time, these small daily investments compound into extraordinary results. Remember, success is the result of deliberate, disciplined effort. Whether it takes 7 years or 10,000 hours, the time and energy you invest in yourself will always yield incredible returns. The journey to mastery is not easy, but it's always worth it. The time will pass regardless. Why not spend it becoming the best version of yourself? Finding time for continuous learning. If you subtract 40 hours for work and 56 hours for sleep, you're left with 72 hours in a week. Next, if you deduct 3 hours per day, 21 hours per week, for getting ready for and commuting to work, you still have 51 hours of spare time. Now, if you invest 2 hours per day or 14 hours per week back into your personal development, you're left with 37 hours of free time. That's still more than 5 hours per day to spend as you choose. The power of 2 hours a day. By dedicating just 2 hours each day to learning and skill development, you can move from average to superior performance in whatever field you choose. Forming the habit of continuous learning will become automatic and easy. The best part is that it doesn't take long to develop this habit. Instead of watching television or engaging in passive activities, you can spend this time reading personal or professional development books, listening to audio programs during commutes, or taking additional courses. Television, a double-edged sword. The average adult watches around 5 hours of television each day. For some, it's even more. They turn it on in the morning and leave it running until they go to bed late at night. This habit of constant TV consumption takes up an enormous amount of time that could otherwise be used for personal development. The truth is, you can be rich or poor, the choice is yours. If you spend your time watching television mindlessly, you risk losing valuable time and energy. Research shows that excessive TV watching is linked to lower self-esteem, reduced energy levels, and poor physical health due to inactivity. However, when you turn off the television, you open up a whole new world of opportunities. You free up time to invest in improving your skills and becoming a better, smarter, and more competent individual. Transforming your life, the 7-step formula. By turning off the TV and investing your time in personal development, you begin to see a shift. With more time spent talking and engaging with your family, your relationships improve, and you begin to break free from the habit of passive entertainment. Eventually, you'll find that you barely miss the television at all. Your TV can be a great tool, but if it becomes a habit, it can quickly take control of your life. Make the choice to control your time. Here's the key: you can increase your income by 1,000% over the next 10 years by following a simple 7-step formula. This method works for everyone who commits to it. Are you ready to stop wasting time and start building a brighter, more successful future? It starts with taking control of your time and making your choices intentional. The power of incremental improvement. The idea is simple. Could you increase your productivity by just 1/10% in a single working day? The answer is yes, by managing your time better, focusing on higher value tasks, and working more efficiently. This improvement doesn't require a drastic change, just a small, consistent effort each day. If you can increase your output by 1/10% each day, could you continue doing so for the next days of the week? Absolutely. Scaling it up, week by week, 1/10% per day over 5 working days equals 1/2% per week. Is it possible to improve by 1/2% per week? Yes, anyone can achieve that with focused effort. By the end of a month, this results in 2% improvement, 1/2% per week x 4 weeks. The annual impact. If you continue this process month after month, you'd be 26% more productive by the end of the year. The best part is that as you continue to work on yourself, it becomes easier to improve. You're not just learning new skills, you're refining your ability to focus, set priorities, and maximize your efforts, which accelerates your growth. The long-term payoff, a decade of progress. If you continue applying this approach year after year, the compounding effect kicks in. After 10 years, your productivity could be 1,004% greater than when you started. Your income would increase at the same rate as your productivity rises. This is the magic of compounding improvement. What seems like a small change at the beginning builds into something extraordinary over time. Conclusion: consistency wins. The key takeaway is that small, consistent efforts lead to massive gains over time. The formula works because improvement doesn't need to be drastic, just consistent. By investing in your growth, upgrading your skills, and focusing on higher value activities, you can achieve extraordinary results in the long run. And are you ready to commit to incremental improvement? With patience and dedication, you can transform your productivity and, as a result, your income and life. The 1,000% formula consists of 7 key steps. Step 1, wake up 2 hours before your first appointment or work. Dedicate the first hour to personal development by reading something educational, motivational, or spiritual. As Henry Ward Beecher wisely said, the first hour is the rudder of the day. When you start your day by investing in yourself during this first hour, you set a positive tone for the rest of the day. You'll feel more energetic, creative, and productive. Reading for just 1 hour each day will lead to approximately 1 book per week, which adds up to about 50 books per year. Most adults, however, read fewer than 1 nonfiction book annually. Imagine the impact reading 50 books in your field every year would have on your career. It would certainly set you apart from your peers and help you gain an advantage in your profession. If you consistently read 50 books a year for a decade, you would accumulate 500 books. This would undoubtedly enhance your productivity, performance, and income. You might even need a bigger home to store your books, and you would be in a financial position to afford it. Consistently reading 1 hour daily could position you as a national authority in your field within 3 to 5 years, contributing significantly to your long-term success and your goal of increasing your income by 1,000% throughout your career. Step 2, rewrite your goals daily. Begin each day by writing your main goals in a spiral notebook in the present tense without referencing the previous day's entry. This process serves as a powerful tool to program your mind to focus on your objectives. By rewriting your goals every morning, you will begin to notice opportunities to achieve them throughout the day. You'll develop more focused drive and determination, which will accelerate your progress. This daily habit can contribute to a significant increase in income over a 10-year period. Step 3, plan each day in advance. Start each day by creating a to-do list and prioritizing tasks. The ability to effectively set priorities and focus on the most important tasks will help you organize your life and boost your productivity. In Chapter 12, we will dive deeper into time management strategies. Focusing on your top priorities can significantly increase your income by 1,000% over the next decade. and it's nearly impossible to achieve that level of success without doing so. Step 4, develop the discipline to concentrate fully on one task. Each day, identify the most important thing you can do and start working on it immediately. Continue until it is completed to 100%. The ability to focus and work without distraction is a skill that, when mastered, can double your productivity, performance, and output in just 1 month, leading to the long-term increase in income. Step 5, turn your car into a mobile learning environment. The average business person spends between 500 and 1,000 hours a year driving. By listening to educational audio programs during this time, you can gain the equivalent of 1 or 2 full-time university semesters. Many people have transformed their lives by simply using their time in the car to learn, and you can achieve the same. This practice alone could contribute to your 1,000% income increase. Step 6. After every call or event, ask yourself 2 key questions. First, ask, what did I do right? This helps you focus on the successful elements of your performance, even in less than ideal situations. Write them down. Then ask, what would I do differently? This forces you to reflect on potential improvements for future performances. By regularly reviewing your actions and identifying areas for improvement, you rapidly enhance your skills and speed up your progress toward being in the top 20% of your field. This exercise is one of the most powerful tools for personal growth. Step 7. Treat every person you meet as if they were $1 million customer. Show everyone, whether at home or in the office, that they are important. When you treat people with respect and appreciation, they will return the favor, treating you with the same value. This makes them want to work with you, buy from you, and introduce you to others. Start by treating your family with the utmost respect and love, as they are the most important people in your life. Setting a positive tone at home will lead to a more positive, relaxed, and productive day. Remember, 85% of your success is determined by how well others like and respect you, particularly in business and sales. Never miss an opportunity to treat others with kindness and value. When you consistently practice these 7 steps for just a month, you'll begin to notice remarkable improvements in your life, work, and income. After a month of continuous effort, you'll have developed a lasting habit of personal growth that will propel you forward for the rest of your life. Achieving lifelong personal development and excellence requires dedication, discipline, and willpower. The greatest benefit is that each time you learn and apply something new, your brain releases endorphins, which boost your mood and increase your excitement for the future. Every new skill or concept you master will enhance your sense of personal power. Your self-esteem, self-respect, and pride will rise, and you'll feel more in control of your financial success, which is one of the most critical aspects of your life. Through this process, you will realize that success is not a matter of chance. Failure is not a coincidence either. People who succeed in any area of life are those who have figured out the cause and effect relationships between their goals and the actions required to achieve them. They then consistently replicate the actions of others who have already succeeded, which leads them to similar results. This realization can transform your life. No one is inherently better or smarter than you. They may simply be more skilled in certain areas for the time being. If someone is outperforming you, it's likely because they have already discovered the cause and effect relationships that you have yet to learn. The achievements of others are clear evidence that you too can accomplish the same. Personal and professional development is the key to achieving any goal you set for yourself. By learning from others who have paved the way, you can follow their proven path to success. You've likely heard that the average person uses only 10% of their potential. However, research from the Stanford Brain Institute suggests it's closer to just 2%. Most people have vast untapped potential, which they fail to use throughout their lives. Nature is generous, providing everyone with abundant abilities and possibilities, many of which remain dormant. By unlocking even a small portion of this potential, you could double or triple your results. You could achieve things far beyond what you've ever imagined, leading to better health, happiness, and prosperity. I firmly believe that everyone has the potential to do something extraordinary with their lives. Deep within each person is a giant waiting to emerge. I firmly believe that everyone has the potential to achieve far more than they have ever done before if they learn how. This is my core belief. What is yours? It's important to create a long-term vision for your personal growth. Take a moment to project 5 or 10 years into the future and imagine that you've fully developed every important aspect of your life. Picture yourself excelling in every way possible. Refuse to compromise on your personal dreams. What level of expertise and ability would you possess in your field? How would your status and reputation evolve as a result of your exceptional performance? What type of work would you be doing? And at what level? How would you think and feel about yourself knowing that you were one of the best at what you do without any limitations? What vision do you have for your continued development in the months and years ahead? Now take that vision and turn it into concrete goals. A great place to begin is by writing down 10 goals you want to achieve in both your personal and professional development over the coming months and years. Write them in the present tense, as if you've already become the person you aspire to be. Be specific about what you want to accomplish. Decide who you want to become. Visualize what you will look like once you've reached excellence in both your career and personal life. Once you've written down your 10 goals, review them and select the one that, if you achieved it, would have the greatest positive impact on your life and career. Circle the goal and move it to a fresh sheet of paper. Create a clear plan to achieve this goal. Set deadlines for key milestones and additional sub-deadlines. Make a list of all the steps and actions you need to take to achieve personal excellence in that area. Organize these actions by priority. Gather the books, materials, tools, and resources you will need to get started on this goal. Then take immediate action by tackling at least one task from your plan to set the process in motion. Commit to taking action every day until you succeed in that area. Never stop working on yourself until you become the person you most aspire to be. Define specific ways to measure your success. If your goal is to excel in your field, decide how you will know when you've achieved it. Consider measuring the number of hours you dedicate to studying your field each week, the number of books you read, or the number of audio programs you listen to. Perhaps you'll measure your progress by the number of meetings, sales, or results you generate as your skills improve. Regularly compare yourself to these measures to track your development. The more precise your measurements and the more attention you give to them, the faster you'll improve and the greater your progress will be. Begin by defining your values, vision, goals, and the knowledge and skills required to achieve them. Once you've established this foundation, decide on the methods you'll use to measure your progress. Every day, take actions that help you improve. Read, take courses, listen to educational audio, and practice your new skills. Never stop striving to improve. Choose the habits and behaviors you'll need to develop to become the person you want to be. These may include habits like clarity, planning, thoroughness, hard work, determination, and persistence. Among these, self-discipline is perhaps the most important trait for success. Albert Hubbard defined self-discipline as the ability to do what you should do, when you should do it, whether you feel like it or not. Napoleon Hill called it the master key to riches. Every day at every hour, you must practice self-discipline. There are 7 key disciplines you must cultivate to reach your full potential. You can learn and master these disciplines through practice and repetition until they become second nature. These 7 disciplines are daily goal setting, daily planning and organizing, daily priority setting, daily concentration on your highest value activities, daily exercise and proper nutrition, daily learning and growth. Taking daily time for the most important people in your life, mastering these 7 disciplines will ensure that you perform at your highest level and derive the most satisfaction and success from everything you do. There is a simple, proven self-development formula that can help you double your income in the years ahead. Many who follow this formula report remarkable improvements in their lives. Try it and see for yourself. This formula is called the 1000% formula, and it is based on the principle of incremental improvement. No matter how motivated you are, change and progress happen gradually. It takes a lifetime to become the person you are today, and it requires hard work and dedication to transform into someone else. Significant and lasting changes don't usually happen in huge, sudden leaps. They occur gradually over time. This type of change demands patience and discipline, but it is the only kind of change that is truly lasting and worthwhile. By continuously learning, studying, and improving your skills while regularly clarifying your goals, refining your priorities, and focusing on higher value tasks, you can increase your productivity, performance, and output by 0.1% each day, every day without end, thanks to the law of increasing returns. Each improvement you make in one area will likely enhance your performance in others. The more you practice, the better your results will be and the faster you'll achieve them. If you manage to increase your productivity by just 0.1% each day, working 5 days a week, you'll be 0.5% more productive at the end of 1 week. After 4 weeks, you'll be 2% more productive 4 times that 0.1%. At the end of 52 weeks, you'll be 26% more productive than when you started the year based on a consistent improvement of 2% per month. 13 4-week months. This is where the power of compound improvement comes into play. If you continue this pattern for 10 years with a 26% annual increase in productivity, you'll achieve a 1,004% overall increase in your performance over a decade. In our merit-based society, as your ability to contribute value increases, so too will your compensation. As your productivity improves by 1,004%, your income will rise accordingly, reflecting the increased value you bring. Now, here are the 7 steps in the 1,000% formula that will ensure you get 0.1% better every day, 0.5% better each week, 2% better each month, and 26% better each year. Start early, wake up 2 hours before your first appointment. Use the first hour for reading in your field. This golden hour sets the tone for your entire day. Avoid distractions like TV or the newspaper. Invest the first 60 minutes in yourself and your mind. This initial hour serves as the rudder for the rest of your day. Write and review your goals daily. Take a few minutes each morning to write your goals in the present tense, as if you've already achieved them. This daily writing programs your subconscious to be more alert to opportunities throughout the day. Plan your day in advance. Before finishing your workday and going to bed, create a list of everything you need to accomplish the next day. This gives your subconscious mind a chance to work on your tasks while you sleep. You may wake up with new insights or ideas to tackle your goals more effectively. Focus on high-value tasks each day. Identify the one task that will have the greatest positive impact on your work and start with that. Prioritize this task above all else. Use educational audio programs in your car. Turn your car into a mobile university. Use every minute you spend driving to listen to educational content. This can significantly contribute to your growth and success, potentially driving 1,000% increase in your future achievements. Ask 2 key questions after every experience, after any event or meeting. Ask yourself 2 magic questions. What did I do right? What would I do differently next time? These questions are powerful because they help you learn and grow quickly by focusing on what worked and identifying areas for improvement. By paying attention to these insights, you ensure continuous development. Treat everyone like $1 million customer. Treat every person you meet, whether at work, home, or in any other context, as though they were the most important customer to your business. This respect and value will be reciprocated, building stronger relationships and opportunities. Treat each prospect or customer as though they've already purchased $1 million worth of what your company offers, and they're thinking about doing it again. Most importantly, treat the people at home as if they were the most valuable to you, because they are. Remember, you are your most valuable resource, and your ability to earn is your greatest asset. Invest each day in improving yourself, increasing your earning potential, and working towards achieving every financial and personal goal you set. A small percentage of the population starts their careers with a bang, but over time, a divide forms. Some people race ahead in earnings, while others remain stagnant or fall behind. A 25-year study on success revealed an important truth. Researchers found that the most successful people weren't necessarily more intelligent or exceptionally talented. They were, in fact, quite average at the start of their careers. What made them stand out was their approach. They learned to focus on developing specific skills. When these successful individuals took their first job, they would ask their boss, what one skill would help me most to contribute and be successful here? They would then set out to master that skill. They didn't spread their efforts too thin. They focused on one skill at a time, working on it daily, much like a sniper owning their target, rather than a machine gunner firing indiscriminately. The magic number for them was simple: 2 hours of personal study per day, 5 days per week, minus 10 hours of focused development weekly. This continuous investment in learning and skill development set them apart. Knowledge and skill are vital to success. They equal earning potential. To thrive, you must constantly upgrade your skills to meet the demands of an evolving marketplace. People who fail to do this risk becoming obsolete as technology and industry standards rapidly evolve. One of the key questions you should consistently ask yourself is, what is your next career going to be? And the follow-up question is, what do you need to do now to develop the skills that will allow you to earn the income and live the lifestyle you want in your next career? The key to succeeding in your next career is personal excellence. You must aim to reach the top of your field, stay there, and continually improve to maintain your success. To do this, identify the one skill or set of skills that, if you master them, would have the greatest positive impact on your future. Ask your boss or colleagues for input if necessary. Then focus on developing those skills with dedication. If you don't become a master of change, you'll be a victim of it. If you don't master your circumstances, you'll be controlled by them. Success requires continuous learning. People who come to the US with nothing, yet invest in learning, can accomplish great things and transform their lives. Take charge of your life. View yourself as the president of your own company and a leader in your world. Set a high standard for yourself and your family. To create a great life, commit to continuous learning and growth. There are 168 hours in a week. To reach the top of your field, invest just 10 hours a week in yourself. This is the strategy that top performers follow. For example, the presidents of major companies spend 2 to 3 hours each week reading and upgrading their skills. Warren Buffett, the third richest person in the world, exemplifies this. His total investments are worth over $350 billion, and his company generated $20 billion in profits last year. Despite his immense wealth and success, Buffett follows a consistent daily schedule of learning and development. Warren Buffett spends 80% of his time reading and studying subjects related to his business, with only 20% spent on meetings, phone calls, or other activities. This focus on continual learning helps him make better decisions and achieve better results. It's a question to ask yourself: how many hours a week do you spend learning new subjects that help increase your productivity and value? Top earners view their earning ability as a ladder, with each rung representing a new skill. Every time you learn a new skill, your earning potential increases. When you stop climbing that ladder, you risk stagnating or even declining as skills become obsolete faster than ever before. Continuous learning is key to staying valuable in an ever-changing world. To boost your earning potential, dedicate at least 10 hours a week to studying new skills. This habit of constant learning becomes second nature for high achievers. It's not just about accumulating knowledge, but also focusing intensely on one task at a time, eliminating distractions, and becoming better at what you do. Napoleon Hill, in his book, The Master Key to Riches, explains that the master key to success is self-discipline. Successful people understand that to reach the top and stay there, they must consistently develop new skills. The process of self-discipline can be challenging at first, but once it becomes a habit, it feels rewarding. As you develop your self-discipline, you'll experience a sense of achievement, much like an athlete finishing a race. Completing a task triggers the release of endorphins and dopamine, making you feel happy and energized. To make learning a part of your life, ask yourself regularly, what am I learning today? Everyone should be actively working on a new skill, whether it's strategy, sales, or leadership. Constant growth is a vital part of long-term success. This brings us back to the basics. Vince Lombardi, the legendary football coach, was asked if he would change the team strategy when he took over the Green Bay Packers. His response was simple: no, we're going to perfect the fundamentals: blocking, passing, and kicking. The most successful people aren't always doing something radically different. They're excelling at the basics and constantly improving. Stick to the fundamentals, keep learning, and maintain your focus on continual growth to achieve success. Remember, your future is not a matter of chance. It's a matter of choice. Every day, every hour, every decision you make is shaping the person you'll become in the next 10 years. The power to change your life lies in your hands, and the journey starts now. As you commit to daily improvement, you'll notice something extraordinary. Small changes compounded over time lead to monumental transformations. You'll wake up one day and realize that the person you become is someone you once dreamed of being. Never underestimate the value of consistency. Success is not built on a single moment, but on the steady, disciplined actions you take each day. The habits you choose to develop today will determine the heights you'll reach tomorrow. Understand that every obstacle you face is a stepping stone, not a roadblock. Embrace challenges as opportunities to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. These are the moments that build character and define greatness. Success isn't about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you were yesterday. Focus on your progress, stay true to your vision, and never stop climbing your ladder of potential. The world is waiting for your greatness. Your unique talents, your vision, and your determination have the power to make an extraordinary difference. Take every step with purpose, knowing that the best is yet to come. A decade from now, you'll either celebrate the seeds you planted today or wish you had started sooner. So make today the turning point, the day you decided to claim your future and commit to excellence. The path to success is not easy, but it's worth every moment of effort. Each challenge overcome, each skill mastered, each day invested in growth brings you closer to the life you desire. You hold the pen to your story. Write a narrative of courage, perseverance, and relentless growth. Let the next 10 years be a masterpiece of transformation written by the person you are determined to become. In the end, it's not about where you start, but how far you're willing to go. Take the first step now, commit to the journey, and promise yourself that when you look back a decade from today, you'll see a life lived to its fullest potential. Your journey is unique and no one else can walk it for you. Stay focused on your vision, trust the process, and be patient with yourself. The road may be long, but every step you take today is bringing you closer to the life you've always dreamed of living. Life doesn't wait, neither should you. Each passing moment is an opportunity to learn, grow, and take action. But don't let fear or hesitation hold you back, because the time to build the foundation of your future is now. Visualize the life you want, and then work relentlessly to bring it into reality. Success begins with clarity of purpose and the willingness to do what others won't. Your dreams are within reach, but they require action to become real. The road to greatness isn't crowded. Most people stop at the first sign of difficulty. Be the exception. Push through the challenges, break through the limits, and show the world what true determination looks like. Remember, your success isn't just for you. Your growth, your courage, and your achievements inspire everyone around you. By becoming the best version of yourself, you uplift others and leave a legacy of excellence. So as you take this step forward, remind yourself of one simple truth: you are capable of extraordinary things. Stay focused, stay disciplined, and stay committed. The next 10 years can be the most transformative and fulfilling decade of your life. In the end, it's not about where you start, but how far you're willing to go. Take the first step now, commit to the journey, and promise yourself that when you look back a decade from today, you'll see a life lived to its fullest potential. As you approach the end of this journey, take a moment to reflect on what brought you here. Maybe it was a desire for change, a hunger for success, or a deep-seated belief that you are capable of so much more. Whatever the reason, know that you've already taken the first step, and that alone sets you apart. Most people live their lives on autopilot, drifting through days, weeks, and years without direction. But not you. You've chosen to rise above the ordinary, to seek the extraordinary. That's where transformation begins. The power to change your life lies in your hands. 1 hour, a mere fraction of your day, can set the course for the next decade of your life. Imagine dedicating just 60 minutes to sharpening your skills, aligning with your purpose, and focusing on your goals every single day. It's not just a habit, it's a declaration. It's a promise to yourself that your potential is worth the effort. It's a commitment to be better than you were yesterday, to grow beyond what you once thought possible. In these precious moments of solitude and focus, you're not just planning for the future, you're shaping it. Each minute spent reading, learning, and refining is an investment in the person you're becoming. The path to excellence isn't found in monumental leaps, it's carved out through consistent, deliberate steps. The small wins, the incremental improvements, the daily choices, these are what compound into greatness over time. The best version of yourself isn't created overnight, but with every hour you dedicate to growth, you get closer. Think of the most successful people you admire. They didn't reach their heights by accident. They committed themselves to lifelong learning, to mastering their craft, and to staying disciplined even when it was difficult. They understood that the key to a fulfilling life is progress. And the beauty of progress is that it's available to anyone willing to pursue it. You don't need to be born extraordinary to achieve extraordinary things. You simply need to decide that your future is worth fighting for. The next 10 years of your life can be a masterpiece. Picture it now, a decade where you've accomplished goals that once seemed impossible, built relationships that enrich your life, and created a legacy that inspires others. This vision isn't just a dream, it's a roadmap. And it starts with the choices you make today. Every hour you dedicate to becoming the best version of yourself brings that vision closer to reality. Success is not reserved for the privileged few, it's accessible to anyone willing to work for it. But here's the secret, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. Focus on what truly matters. Identify the skills that will propel you forward, the habits that will make you unstoppable, and the mindset that will keep you resilient. And then pour your energy into those areas with unwavering determination. Life will challenge you. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But it's in those moments that your true character is revealed. The greatest achievements come from perseverance, from pushing through the discomfort and staying committed to the vision you've created. Remember, every challenge is an opportunity in disguise. It's a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the road ahead. As you move forward, never underestimate the power of self-discipline. It's the foundation of success, the bridge between goals and accomplishments. A discipline is what keeps you moving when motivation fades. It's what turns intentions into actions and dreams into realities. Cultivate it like a muscle and you'll find that there's no limit to what you can achieve. Surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. The company you keep has a profound impact on your journey. Seek out mentors, friends, and colleagues who push you to be better, who believe in your potential, and who celebrate your wins. At the same time, be mindful of those who drain your energy or hold you back. Protect your focus and guard your vision fiercely. And finally, remember that success isn't just about reaching the destination, it's about who you become along the way. It's about the lessons you learn, the values you uphold, and the impact you make on the lives of others. True success is measured not by what you have, but by how you live. So live with purpose, with passion, and with an unshakable belief in your ability to create the life you deserve. In the next hour, you have the power to set the tone for the next 10 years. What will you do with it? Will you let it slip by? Or will you seize it as the opportunity of a lifetime? The choice is yours, and it's a choice that can redefine your future. Be the best, not just for today, but for every day that follows. Because the best version of you is waiting to be unleashed, and the world is waiting to see what you're capable of. True greatness is not an overnight miracle, but a journey, and the commitment to be the best starts with clarity. Clarity about who you are, clarity about what you want to achieve, and clarity about the steps you need to take to get there. When you commit to developing yourself, everything begins to align in ways you could never have imagined. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You gain confidence in the face of adversity and become the kind of person others turn to for guidance and inspiration. Imagine for a moment what your life could look like in 10 years if you chose today to start making better decisions. Picture the kind of person you would be if every day you improved by just 1%. These small incremental improvements may seem insignificant at first, but over time they create exponential growth. By choosing to wake up an hour earlier, to read one more chapter, to take one more action step, you set yourself apart from the crowd. While others procrastinate, you persist. While others complain, you create. Your mindset plays a pivotal role in this transformation. A growth mindset of belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work and dedication is the foundation of all lasting success. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a stepping stone to greatness. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your approach. Those who achieve extraordinary results are not necessarily the most talented, but they are the most determined. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, but part of the process. Consider the power of visualization. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and top performers in every field use visualization to program their minds for success. By vividly imagining your ideal life, you create a mental blueprint that guides your actions. See yourself accomplishing your goals. Feel the pride and satisfaction of achieving them. Visualization is not wishful thinking, it's a tool to prime your subconscious mind and align your daily behaviors with your aspirations. At the same time, gratitude amplifies your journey. When you focus on what you have instead of what you lack, you shift your perspective and invite abundance into your life. Gratitude fosters positivity, resilience, and a sense of fulfillment. Keep a gratitude journal and make it a habit to reflect on the things you're thankful for each day. This simple practice rewires your brain to notice the good in every situation and creates a solid foundation for success. One of the most powerful lessons you can learn is the importance of building strong relationships. Success is never achieved in isolation, it is a collaborative effort. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and believe in your potential. Seek out mentors who can guide you, friends who can encourage you, and peers who can push you to be your best. By investing in meaningful connections, you create a network of support that empowers you to overcome obstacles and achieve your dreams. Time management is another cornerstone of long-term success. Your time is your most valuable resource, and how you spend it determines the quality of your life. Mastering time management requires discipline, focus, and the ability to say no to distractions. Prioritize the activities that align with your goals and eliminate those that don't add value to your life. Remember, it's not about being busy, but about being productive. The most successful people don't do more, they do what matters most. As you progress, remember the importance of self-care. You cannot perform at your best if you neglect your physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Make time for exercise, eat nutritious foods, and prioritize rest. Develop a mindfulness practice to stay present and grounded amidst the chaos of life. By taking care of yourself, you ensure that you have the energy and focus needed to pursue your goals with vigor. The journey to becoming your best self is also about contribution. True success is not measured by what you achieve for yourself, but by the positive impact you have on others. Share your knowledge, inspire those